Hello, everyone. This is D Nice over here at the Print and Word Bookstore in Portsmouth, VA, and welcome to another episode of Bookstore Shenanigans. On today's episode is the grand finale of National Poetry Month, so I hope you guys have been enjoying the series. I know we haven't put as much emphasis on poetry as I wanted to this month. However, there was a lot of stuff happening this month at the Print and Word. We were very busy, so this is probably one of the busiest months we've had thus far this year. So I'm grateful that you guys have been along for the ride thus far. So today for the grand finale, I don't have a live poet with me unless you count myself, because anyone can be a poet. However, throughout the month, you guys know we've been doing word poems. And what that is it's just an acronym poem. So we'll pick a word and then you make a poem out of the letters in that word. So we focused every week on a different word. So week 1 was the, week 2 was printed, week 3 was word, and week 4 was bookstore poems. So we've been doing that all month long. And so now I have a pretty good collection of them. And so for the grand finale, I decided that I am just going to read some of the ones that we've had, or all of the ones that we've had submitted thus far this month. It's been fantastic. I'm just grateful for everyone who just decided to take some time to make some poetry and just submit it here at the Printed Word. So without further ado, let's get into some of these poems. So like I said, they are word poems. They are acronym poems. So you pick a word and then you make a sentence using the first letter of that word, or you just make a poem utilizing that word in some way, shape, or form. But I'm going to read a combination of, we had some submissions online and we have some here in the Printed Word Bookstore itself. So I'm going to go back and forth between the two. So without further ado, let us start with the poems that we have. That's the word the, T-H-E. So we have teaching humans ebulliently. I did not know the word ebulliently. I think it's like lavishly or like luxury or something like that. The next one, torching hot eggs. Next we have 30-hour escape. And then lastly, we have the hamster eat. It's important that you come into the store and you see the ones that are actually illustrated, because they're super cute. So next, let's move on to printed poems. So the one that we had submitted online, President Riley initiated National Television Editors Day. That one was really cool. So I can see a whole spin-off story type thing spinning off of that. That was really, really creative. So next, we have pirates rarely investigate nauseous tyrants, ergo dread. So some people really took this seriously and they really brought out their best. Okay, so this printed poem is also a really good one, a really serious one. So, people revere intentions, not truths, enabling deceit. Like, these people did not come to play when they came to the printed word. Oh my goodness. Some of these poems, I'm just like, how did you come up with that? How did you know that word? Okay, speaking of word, the next poems we have are word poems. So, for example, when ostriches run daily, which is appropriate. They have very long legs. Next, we have why others rush down. Waterfalls only rush downstream. We only read daily. It's not an addiction. And then we have, lastly, worms order rainbow donuts, and with a cute little drawing over there, the illustration. So these could be like a whole book in and of themselves. So I'm going to end with a poem that I really, really like. It's a word poem, but I'm going to end with that one because it's the biggest one that we have. So next, we will move on to bookstore poems. So this one was submitted online. Babies only originated, kindly saving time, only designating easily. Very intense stuff, guys. Bookstore was probably the most difficult one for me personally coming up with. What did I have? Being overly obnoxious, knowing silly things occur rightly exacerbates. That was the one that I came up with for bookstore poems, but bookstore was a challenge. But these two rose up to the challenge and they made some illustrations. So these two are really cute. Okay, so for bookstore. Big owls observe nightly swords to outmaneuver raging elites. Look at that. He's so cute. And then this last one we have, baby or old koalas sit tiredly over round eggs. And we have an illustration. Oh my goodness, you guys. You guys, I'm so happy. This month was just so fantastic. And I'm really just grateful for the opportunity to be able to exhibit some of my own creativity, because obviously I had to come up with some in order for you guys to start coming up with some. And so it just really allowed me to stretch my mind and my vocabulary as well, because it turns out when you're put on the spot of making a poem out of certain letters, I default to animals. Like most of my poems had some type of animal in it. So patterns that were interesting to see is that a lot of like you is reflected in the poetry that you make. A lot of you was reflected in these simple, seemingly super simple poems that people made. I think really revealed, like, are they a comedic person? Are they a silly, goofy person? Or are they a very serious person? Are they someone who knows a lot of words? Like they do really well on their SATs, who has a really good vocabulary. It's just, you can tell a little bit of the tone of the person behind the poem just by these simple things right here. And it's just like really interesting seeing those people who took it more of a silly direction, like I did. Like I throw orangutans in there, you throw ostriches in there, the hamster eat. Like it's really cool to see like some of the more comedic interpretations, the wackier interpretations of these poems, versus some of the more serious ones, like the printed poem "People Revere Intentions, Not Truths, Enabling Deceit." This person took a picture of it because it actually really is a really just good poem that she just sat down here, thought about it for a moment, and like it actually makes sense. And it's just fantastic what people are capable of, like when you just prompt them, hey, can you just do this? Just give it a chance, just give it a try. You don't have to put like all of your effort into it. There's no pressure behind it. We're just having a good time, just utilizing our God-given creativity. And it was fantastic to see what type of things people could create in such a small amount of time. So yeah, I'm going to end this by reading my favorite poem that was submitted by my favorite customer who comes through here. Yeah, she really like, this is a poem. This is not just like something that somebody made up in 2 seconds. This person took it as a challenge. So here we go. Without further ado, my favorite poem. This is a word poem. So WORD. Wonderful, wondrous is the melody of joy. Outstanding and awesome, the Creator makes everything beautiful in His time. Right direction is the open door of dreams, directed by a compass and guided to the bright and morning sunshine. So that is the last word poem that we have. That was my favorite because this person came in, they sat down and they really thought about it and they made like a really nice, like actual poem. And so, yeah, that was just a wonderful way to end National Poetry Month, is just having a compilation of all the poems that were submitted throughout the entirety of this month. The day is not over, so we're still celebrating the days. So hopefully we can get a couple more in. So as people come in, kind of want to prompt them to submit a new poem, but I'm just so excited with all the participants that we have. Thank you to everyone who submitted a poem here, whether it be online or in person. I'm so grateful that the community came together to utilize our creativity to put some poems together. So I don't know exactly what we're going to do with the ones that we have physically in the store, but I think I want to figure out something to do with them, because I don't want to just toss them or anything like that. People took time to do this, and some of them have drawings on it. I can't throw away a good drawing, so maybe I'll put a book together, like a scrapbook type deal, and put some of them in there, and maybe I'll keep it going, because I want to create more ways to engage the community, to realize that it's not just the published authors or the people who are out here professionally writing, who are capable of creating wonderful written works, and have wonderful written words to share with the world, that anybody can have some words that they should share with the world. And I just really want the printed word to be a safe space for people to just tap into that creativity, that God-given creativity, to really get those words out there, because there are so many just wonderful words that people have inside that they just need to release into the world. So prayerfully, the printed word can be that light in that space, that safe space that allows people to really tap into that creativity that they've been blessed with, to be able to just get those wonderful words out here. We are the printed word. And so I want to see more printed word out there, spoken word out there, more words out there that come from within. So I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Am I a poet? We are all poets in our own aspects, in our own retrospects. We have all done some way, shape, or form, some type of poetry. But I enjoyed this month. I pray you guys enjoyed National Poetry Month as well. Keep celebrating until the day is done. You have until 11:59 today to write some poems. So if you have not written a poem, please submit a poem and put it in the comments. It could be a word poem. It could just be a poem. Just please keep it family friendly, because we are a family friendly organization, business here in Portsmouth. We are a light in Portsmouth, so please keep it family friendly. But please submit your poems in the comments below. And if you don't want to share with us, that's okay. Please take some time during National Poetry Month on this last day to just write some poetry. Whether it could just be a sentence, a thought, a haiku, whatever form it wants to take. It could be in the form of a jingle. Just get your thoughts out there and write it down, because we here at the Printed Word love for words to be printed. So please submit your poems in the comments below, or just write a poem today about anything that you would like. Have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed one, guys. Once again, this is D Nice over here at the Printed Word Bookstore in Portsmouth, VA. Have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. And until next time, as always, remember to stay in the books. Goodbye, y'all.